Our main story: the Children's Commissioner for England is calling for an ultrasonic security device known as the Mosquito to be banned. It emits a high-pitched noise which the manufacturers claim can only be heard by those under 25.
Critics say it's an ineffective way of tackling antisocial behaviour and that it demonises young people.
It's getting louder, isn't it?
This is Corby in Northamptonshire, and these young people can hear a sound which they say makes it very clear they aren't welcome in this shopping area. If you're over 25, age-related hearing loss means you probably can't hear what's bothering them. But this is the tone which is being given off by a Mosquito, an ultrasonic device designed to combat antisocial behaviour by moving teenagers on.
It gives me a headache and it can make me feel sick if I'm there for too long.
If somebody's causing trouble in a particular area, they will just be causing trouble 25 metres down the road. And I think it's absolutely ridiculous that they're just targeting young people.
They say it infringes the rights of the majority of young people who aren't troublemakers. Their national campaign has the backing of the Children's Commissioner for England, who can ensure their voices are heard at the highest level. But this is the sort of antisocial behaviour which it's claimed the Mosquitoes are helping combat. The makers maintain they don't harm health and are only on for a maximum of 20 minutes.
If there's a group there that are standing outside the shop wearing hoodies, drinking, smoking, swearing, having a go at customers coming in, asking them to buy fags and alcohol, then the shop owner is within his rights really to try and move them on.
But in Corby at least, the council has already agreed to switch off its Mosquitoes and is instead putting money into more sport and youth clubs locally. Alison Holt, BBC News, Corby.
To fight it, here it is, it's called a Mosquito, and it emits a high-pitched sound audible only to those under the age of 25. If you could hear the tone, if you were under 25, it would sound something like this.
Devices like this are used outside places like shops. Should we get rid of it?
Yes, I think so.
To discourage teenagers from gathering, you can see why, and also from potentially causing a nuisance. Some young people, like Lewis Davison, say it's discrimination against his age group, and he's supported, morning to you, by the Children's Commissioner for England, Sir Al Ainsley-Green. Morning, thanks both very much. And we've all been given an example of what it sounds like if you're over 25. Lewis, do you find these are used often, and how does it make you feel if you are outside a shop that you can where you can hear that?
Yeah, they're a new measure to tackle antisocial behaviour that have just been brought in. And for people that can hear it, it's very unpleasant, and it's something that really people would not want to be hearing. So people that do hear it would be moving away.
So what happens? You're outside a shop, for example, meeting your friends, and you can hear this. Where do you all go? What do you do? And why are you outside the shop in the first place?
Well, firstly, it's all people around the country that hang about outside shops, not just like one particular person. But it's mainly because it's like a well-lit area and it's like safe, and because it's like a really good place like for people to gather, because if people do gather, it'll be like, well, I'll see you down the shop.
Sir Al, you say that these things sort of infringe young people's rights, in a sense. Let me put this email to you from Mr. Murphy in Liverpool. He owns a betting shop, and he's got one of these because they had gangs of teenagers drinking and harassing his customers outside. To suggest that this is an infringement of their human rights, he says, is ludicrous.
Well, I've got great sympathy with Mr. Murphy and people who are troubled by antisocial behaviour, but let's be honest, the vast majority of young people who do gather in groups are not breaking the law and are not indulging antisocial behaviours. This is indiscriminate. Any young ear, a baby, a toddler, a child with disability can hear this. And secondly, it's not tackling the root cause of the problem. If people who condemn kids actually went out and asked them, why are you there? They would tell them, as they tell me, Al, we have nowhere to go, nothing to do, adults don't like us, and adults would rather we weren't here. So this is a big issue for society, and I think this is a symptom of the growing divide we're seeing in our society between the young and the old.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because we've had lots of texts and emails, again, on the similar vein to what Bill is saying. So, we know, older people perhaps going into those shops feel very intimidated. Not just intimidated, some of them are abused on the way into the shop. So how do you stop that?
Well, it starts by getting a dialogue between the young and the old, and this BuzzOffCampaign.com is a way of showing how kids themselves can take control of an issue and actually speak up for it. And as has happened in Corby with Lewis and his friends, they've had some seriously good effect with local people on the estates, and with the council, with the police. They work together to tackle the root causes of antisocial behaviour.
Well, Lewis, the issue perhaps isn't these, but why the needed in the first place? In other words, why you feel the need to gather outside shops and not go somewhere else?
Well, the main reason is because there is really nowhere else to go. Even in, like, as Al says, like, where he comes from, there was people in the bus shelters, like, and it was a really cold night, and Al actually asked them, like, why were they there? It was saying because they've really got nowhere else to go.
People around the country are saying to the televisions, well, haven't they got homes to go to?
Well, yeah, obviously they have got homes to go to, but obviously they can't bring, like, all their friends in with them, can they?
Fantastic things can be done. There are some stunning examples in Mexborough, for example, in Liverpool, where the local communities are working together to tackle this in a sensible way. The indiscriminate disposal of kids is not the answer.
Well, it is the answer for people who own betting shops in Liverpool and other places like that.
It's a short-term fix. It's not actually getting to the bottom of this.
I'm also interested as well because we heard about betting shops. Somebody else sent me a message saying that they've been on train stations as well, not just train stations outside, I don't know, McDonald's, all sorts of places. How many of these devices are there?
We think there are several thousand. We don't know precisely. The manufacturers can tell you that. But any baby, toddler, child, anybody under the age of 25 will hear this. And now parents are saying we understand why our kids are so disturbed when they go to this locality. Because they can't hear it.
Classical music, would that be better for you, Lewis?
That wouldn't be targeting one age group, though, would it? Like, it's a way that everyone will be able to hear it, but because this mosquito alarm, only people under 25 can hear it, so it's more discriminatory. And don't get us wrong, we don't agree with antisocial behaviour, but we think there's other ways that can be tackled, i.e. like CCTV cameras.
Lewis, Sir Al, thank you both very much.